boys and girls, welcome to week 4. I just want to go ahead and give a quick overview of what you are to expect for them this week. The first slide that you'll go ahead and see is the ELA with the vocab. Just practice those words, become familiar with those, and then go ahead and quiz yourself on them later in the week. The second slide you'll go ahead and see is the story, and it's Sacagawea, lesson 20. We're just working on comprehension and reading the questions beforehand, going back into your reading and finding the correct answers. And the third slide kind of ties it all together with the vocab and the comprehension. So you're going to use the words on the left-hand side to fill in the blanks. Remember, if you need to go back and reread or go back to read and listen to the story again, please go ahead and do so. Moving on, I have attached some IXL skills that will help out. Some of them are new, some of them are review. We're working on main idea still, homophones, capitalization, and organizing our writing. So if the weather isn't great outside, take that time to knock out some of those skills. It'll only help you, for the future and for getting prepared for 5th grade. The writing focus for this week is alliteration, and alliteration is the repetition of the first letter or sound of each word in a sentence, a phrase, or a poem. And we're going to use alliteration in a new style poem this week. The example of alliteration that I gave you was dinosaurs desperately dug ditches to drive away dangerous dragons. And if you notice, most of those words in that sentence or phrase started with the D sound. I've attached a video that does a really nice job of explaining alliteration and where we see it and why we use it, so be sure to watch it because it'll help you on the assignment on the next page, which is creating your own alliteration. And it kind of gives you a starter or some words to use, and then you can go ahead and reorganize it or rearrange it and put it into a sentence. Now, alliteration, they're kind of silly and they're funny. So have fun with that. And then the second page on that, there's not anything for you to do besides practice some tongue twisters. We normally do a tongue twister battle in our classroom. And I know that we can't do that right now, but, see how your parents are with tongue twisters or siblings, anyone around the house, see if they know. Some of the ones that you'll see on here is Peter Piper picked, or how much wood would a woodchuck chuck. So have fun with that. The next slide introduces the poem for this week, and it's a haiku. And a haiku is very short. There's a video on a haiku, where it comes from, and how to create your own. There are only 3 lines. The first line has 5 syllables, and then the second line has 7 syllables, and the third line has 5 syllables again. Remember, to figure out syllables, we normally clap them out. The one that I came up with, which is the sky is so blue, the warmth feels great on my skin, I love to watch clouds. So something short. Most of the time haikus have something to do with nature. So play around with that. And then it brings the 2 skills together. So using alliteration in your haiku. Now it's time for you to try your own writing. And I've attached a link for a website that I found. It is a haiku generator. Just follow the prompts along with it, and remember, for strong alliteration, use the same beginning sound. So it'll ask me a couple of things and what my poem is about, and I put in a bunch of S-sounding words, and it created a haiku for me. So it is Scorching Summertime, a silly sunshine swimming by the sandcastle. So create one and send it to me and let me read your haiku and your strong alliteration. The next part of my slides are science, so watch Mystery Doug. It is How Do Flowers Bloom in the Spring, and enjoy that. And then it continues on where we left off from last week. Now we are talking about in the 4th week, and we're learning about light. So watch the read the informational article, watch the video, become familiar with the new vocabulary words for science. That's reflection, refraction, transparent, translucent, and opaque, because that'll later help you when you do the different labs that I've attached. The next slide is just some comprehension questions that have to do with the video and also have to do with the article, so be sure even read the questions beforehand so then you know what to expect. And then the last 2 slides are science labs. And the first one, you are going to need some handheld mirrors, pencils, paper, and a flashlight, and you are going to be investigating how light travels by reflecting light using a mirror. The second lab, you are going to need a couple more materials: foil, plastic wrap, wax paper, paper bag, tissue paper, and a book. And you are going to test the different materials to see which ones the light will shine through, which means that they're transparent, and which materials let some light through, which means that they're translucent, and which materials don't let any light shine through, and that means they're opaque. Before you test each one, make sure to write a prediction as to which of the three you think it is. And then at the end of the science for the week, there is a brain pop. Go ahead regarding light, watch it, do the quiz. There are some activities that you can do, and all of this will help you for next week's science because we're still focusing on light. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please email me. I'm sorry I missed our Zoom on this Wednesday. I was stuck taking care of Emmett. The poor little guy bumped his head, so we were taking a nap. So please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I miss you guys. Send me your work. Couple shout outs to some of the kids that are doing a great job. I'm sure all of you are, but Lola has been sending me some of her work, and Madeline and Addie. So nice job, girls. I love seeing that. It totally makes my day. It makes me feel more connected to you all. So I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.